Do you want to start the game again?
Welcome to Mystical Everyday Heroes, or Meh, being hosted in the Nerd Garage, our very first episode. I feel like we should have like, I don't know. What do people do whenever they're really excited about things? Like just
Not that.
I scream.
Our band of Mystical Everyday Heroes are being played by Stephie Patterson.
Hello.
Woo-hoo. Matt Rail.
Hello there.
Yay.
Kailyn. That was such a sad yay. Matt Rail.
Yay.
Kailyn Kroll.
Hello.
Yay.
Jake Salisbury.
That's me.
Yeah. Wait, were we supposed to be said this time?
I think
I
it
don't know,
worked.
but you sounded like a 1950s salesman. That's why I
know.
laughed.
Oh, that's me.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. It was just a choice.
What an interesting.
Listen, I'm warming up. We're warming up the old improv muscles.
Matt Bostian as our sound producer. Insert amazing sound here that Matt had put together. Yeah.
Meh.
Meh. And I'm Brandy Bostian, your DM.
Woo! I feel like we need to come up with like a fun name for you.
Like instead of Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
God.
Lord and Savior.
All right, are you guys ready to get into this?
Heck yeah.
Meh.
Okay. Meh.
Meh, meh.
If I must. Our world takes place in Loreland because it was really difficult to find a name. And I was like, you're going to be blown away by all of this lore in this land. Like, I don't have it all here.
Loreland.
I
the
don't have it
land.
all here, but when you hear it, you're going to be like, wow, that's so much lore. Like, I
lore.
can't even. There's so much lore in this land.
Not
So,
to be
Loreland
confused
is
with
the...
lore.
I like that.
Yes. Our story begins in the town of Bridgmond. It's a larger town, yet it prides itself on not quite being a city. The town of Bridgmond is split across the middle by the Wandering River, leaving Upper Bridgmond being more well-traveled areas with the town square, taverns, vendors, and Lower Bridgmond, below the river, is more residential. In Bridgmond, you'll find all kinds of travelers, like different races and classes, due to its proximity to the Low Garum Mountains to the north, the marshlands to the west, and a variety of forests to the east and south. Bridgmond acts as a small farming community as well as an off-the-beaten-path stop for a lot of those travelers. While normally a quiet and mild community, Bridgmond has come alive with the arrival of the Festival of Four, a yearly celebration of a previous party of adventurers, simply known as the Four, commemorating the time when the Four saved the town from water spirits that had taken over the Wandering River and had destroyed the Fair Ferry, cutting off communication from the Upper and Lower Bridgmond. People have traveled from all over for this festival, hoping that these adventurers, who have since gone into hiding, would maybe make an appearance. But not all visitors are here for the festivities. So as the streets get busier, let's take a look inside the Barging Inn, where the locals...
Wait a second, that was really nice.
I have to give credit where credit is due. The Barging Inn was the name that Matt Bostian came up with. Let's take a look at inside the Barging Inn, where locals and a few tired travelers are seeking comfort from a warm meal or a warm bed. The inn has a first level where food and ale are served, and the second level is where rooms and beds are at for the night travelers to rent. In the first level, we see a half-orc with a long beard and a cracked tusk serving drinks from behind the bar. Approaching the bar, we see a young half-elf woman. Stephie, would you like to tell us about your character?
Hi, I'm Stephie. I play Misphi. She's a half-elf with purple eyes and emerald hair. I'm a druid, and I'm cool.
Yes.
Cool and calm.
And that's all you need to know.
That's
Yeah,
all
that's
you need to know.
all.
I'm cool. Yes. Oh, can you also tell us about the fact that you have a bird on your shoulder?
My raven,
Yes, your raven that's just hanging out on your shoulder.
her name is Circe, and she has been with me since I found her orphaned in the woods.
Oh,
And she's
Aw.
my best friend. She comes everywhere with me.
that's so cute. So as Misphi approaches the bar, Soren, the bartender, who is the half-orc, really a bird in the bar. This is a classy establishment. Like, Do you really like a bird? We already have a bird here. And so many birds. So many birds.
So people birds are welcome, but not birds.
I feel like none of no, I shouldn't say that. Look.
Just pretend she's not here.
It's hard to do that. You realize we serve chicken wings. How is your bird gonna feel when there are chicken
She's
wings?
not a chicken. She's a raven.
Cousins. I've got a guy in the back deboning chicken wings because we're a fancy establishment. Like if you were to look behind the curtain, there would be like this like little guy just like taking out bones of chicken wings to make jewelry.
God, I know exactly what it looks like. I can
Yes,
see 'em.
little tiny
It's just
goblin, very long
like
nose.
he's pretending he's doing it for money, but it's really just like, I really like these earrings.
Well,
like bone earrings, you know?
And I feel like he's,
Cersei
like,
is my
chuckling.
emotional support bird, so
Okay.
you're just gonna have to deal with it.
I
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry, not sorry.
okay. Do you want a beer or something?
No, I'm good.
Oh,
Maybe a water on the
okay.
rocks.
on the rocks.
It is, after all, a classy establishment.
He literally just takes like from a bucket down like at his feet, just like river rocks and throws them in a mug and just
Yes,
splashes
my
some river water on
favorite. How
top
did
of
you
it.
Are they
No.
cold rocks?
They are lukewarm at best.
Oh,
yeah,
Lukewarm
they,
rocks.
I
Yeah.
love lukewarm
That's
rocks.
not classy.
No.
No, that's not
Famous
classy.
As far as
Not
he's concerned,
classy.
he's like,
Lukewarm
these are
rocks.
river rocks. Like, I didn't get these from
It
a
gives
crick.
it
all
a
right?
earthy flavor. You know, I'm a druid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the flavor of the earth.
Earthy.
You know, we got these from the wandering river, don't you know? Like, this
Yeah,
is a
from earthy
classy
water.
establishment.
I feel like I should be paying more for this water now.
Don't tempt me. You've got a bird, okay? Like, if I'm being honest, I should really be charging you twice because I know that your bird just took some of that water, okay? We don't share meals here. You got to order per person.
Well, I'm just gonna pass you a little bit of a tip here.
All right. You're all right. All right. Now,
That's right, that's
so,
what I thought.
so you just came in here for water? That's what you want?
Well, I'm actually searching for a druid teacher. Do you know anybody?
We've got druids here. I thought you were just like one of the festival freaks coming through here, but you want.
Well, I'm a freak, but not for the festival.
Oh!
Please expand on that.
So,
I think the bird on your
is this
shoulder
where your
told me
tats come
everything
in
I
and be
need to
like,
know.
oh.
That's your
Stephie,
imagination.
do you have a no list? They're important.
I have a yes list.
and that's all. A yes list and a safe word.
yes. Yes.
My safe word is keep going.
Yes, Daddy.
Yeah, no, I saw from the bird on your shoulder. Freaky was something that I pretty instantaneously compared you with. Yeah. But no, for the druid, look, there was a druid here. He was really great, but he actually before the festival came in, he doesn't like crowds. He was actually asked to teach at a university up in the High Gora Mountains. So he's gone for now. Sorry.
What's a university?
Same.
It's like where it's like where people learn things, but like not normal things. Like I didn't learn to be a bartender at a university. I learned that from like being at the river and collecting rocks. You know,
Yeah, we know.
I learned the
for
skills.
sure.
You rock. At
I learned the
that,
skills I need to know from the
Ah.
streets and the river. But yeah,
rocks.
university is for like highfalutin people who can afford fancy ale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I grew up where there's no universities, so
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, I wish you luck finding him, I guess. But I hope you enjoy your water and
I did.
bird.
It's already gone.
I need more.
It was like a
Top it
shot.
Well, we're high class. Everything in smaller portions.
Water's not cheap.
Especially those rocks.
I had to fetch that
Hand-collected
water
rocks.
myself. I'll have you know.
I love that the bartender is slowly turning into like the bartender at Buffalo Wild Wings. Like he sounds like a
kinda
little,
fratty.
yeah, a little fratty, but like not young fratty, like a 45-year-old
Yeah.
level of frat.
He's like where a DJ just like
Yeah,
retired, and this was the
yes.
only job he could get because he had no work experience.
That's what I was getting.
Yeah.
That's classy.
Yeah,
And that is
well, it's a
classy.
classy
That was
establishment.
so
you know?
specific and so accurate at the same time.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Thank you.
You
I
could
could
tell she was
visualize.
channeling a character.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So,
The DJ.
from across the room, while Misphi is just spinning her shot glass of empty water on the rocks, we hear a commotion as like this woman starts yelling at her husband. And we can't entirely like tell what she's saying, but the bartender just like, God, if that bird is breaking up another marriage, I swear. And across the room, we see, well, Jake, can you introduce us to your character?
I'd love to. Hi, everyone. So my character's name is Meryl Cheep.
I can't even.
Cheep. It's pronounced Meryl. He is a man. So just to clarify for everyone, a man.
Thank you.
Often mispronounced Meryl. It's not Meryl. And I am a Arakakra bard, which is like a half bird, half human hybrid. He is a freak show circus performer. And he's used to being thrust into the spotlight at a moment's notice. So he's always ready to sing you a ditty, to play you a tune on several instruments, to entertain, or potentially break up a marriage. I mean, whatever's necessary for the moment. He has like the body and hands and legs and like generally is a human, but has like a giant bird head and bird feet, but not bird hands because birds don't have hands.
He also doesn't have toes.
So he has his head kind of looks like a kestrel, like one of those little hawks that are like black and white and very fashionable looking. I thought it was a very aesthetic bird. I Googled birds of prey heads.
It is, in fact, the smallest bird of prey there is, the smallest of the falcon family.
Yeah, he is an acrobat, so he's buff and hot, and we love that.
Love a hot
we're
kestrel.
living.
Love a sexy bird.
He wears a long coat, and it's full of fun mysteries, so don't ask about it. Not a shirt, because how else would he show off his six-pack? And also, because he has to be ready to do acrobatics anytime.
How does the six-pack work with the feathers? Do you have feathers upon the six-pack?
It's kind of like how like men are like a little fuzzy. He's like fuzzy, but with like feathers.
Stop it. Does he have a happy trail that's like
Of
just
feathers,
a feather
yeah.
trail?
Yes, a feather trail.
Sorry.
I hope to see a drawing published on this.
Yes.
I didn't know what you were
If you are
going to say. And I was
listening
like,
to this,
this is the
please,
first episode.
please,
I don't know.
Make a sexy Meryl Cheep.
I actually typed that into AI, but that's a different conversation. I have a couple of like images of him, and that was like, wow, I didn't know I was going to be hot. I love that for me. So I like wrote my description based on the AI image. And he occasionally throws in some like weird bird noises on accident because that's just like something that happens to him sometimes. So yeah, that's Meryl.
So we hear from across the bar that Meryl Cheep is like getting into it. There's like a woman who's just like, I'm just saying you don't appreciate me. And Soren is just staring dead-faced because he has had a rough week. And he looks over at the person in front of him who has a bird on her shoulder who's just lapping at river rocks right now. And he's like, look, miss, I know that this is your emotional support bird, but you don't understand what I've been through this week. And I know it's normally supposed to be the bartender's job to listen, but you just ordered water. So this is what you get.
And how does that make you feel?
There was a theater troupe supposed to be here 2 days ago. There's people from the stupid festival claiming they can't afford ale because they were attacked on the road by bandits. We all know the bandits aren't a thing around here. Come on. And there's this Birdman who keeps trying to serenade the customers and break up marriages. All he keeps saying is, tag me in, coach, I can sing. And
Tag me in, coach, I can sing.
See? Well, this is what I'm saying. It's like he does have the voice of an angel, but it's a struggle. This is a high-class establishment. I can't have the patrons singing, and now we got to deal with this. And from across the bar, you hear this lady like, you never took me out for our anniversary dinner. And this guy's just like, I'm just saying, you don't appreciate what I do for you. Like, I walked you here.
Now, I hear both of you, and I understand. But we're going to have to come to some kind of a compromise here.
Who even are you? Why are you listening to this guy, Shonda?
Shonda, you are valid, and I hear you. Would you like to share how you feel now?
Melvin, Melvin, he hears me. When was the last time you heard me?
Melvin, I hear her.
I feel so unheard, Melvin. Heard, Shonda. I heard you. You ordered dinner. You wanted to come. I heard
Melvin,
you.
we've been over this quite a few times, Melvin. I mean, for about an hour now, and it looks like the bartender's getting a little bit upset. Excuse me. He seems like he's getting a little bit upset. So I'm wondering if maybe we could either take this conversation outside, or maybe you could just leave and buy us both a drink on your way out.
But you're trying to break up my marriage to Shonda? We've been together
Well, not
6
necessarily,
whole
but you
years.
said the other arrangement wasn't preferable, so.
I'm going to show you. Now, as the husband, Melvin, tries to step up to Meryl, this is like a human, by the way. He tries to step up to Meryl as though he's going to hit him. A figure pushes himself between the man and Meryl. It takes a second for either of the two combatants to see Meryl's gallant protector, but Kailyn, can you please describe your character?
Oh my God, I get to be your security guard.
Thank God for Stan.
That's incredible. When you said a figure stepped in between, I said, God, let it be me. I was like, I'm ready.
Thank Empress
am here
Boston
for
for
it.
little Stan. I mean, really.
And I was like, I don't think it's gonna be me.
It's not bad.
I know
felt
in my
it in my
soul
heart.
I'm too tall for this role.
Well, my character's name is Stan Smallman, and he is a 4 foot tall, 60 pound, Lightfoot halfling barbarian. He has strawberry blonde hair. He's quite unkempt. He doesn't really care about the way that he looks, and he never wears shoes. Shoes are not Stan's thing.
Not
Stan
Stan's
has
thing.
a lot of things. Shoes is not one of them.
Shoes are not necessary for him. His best friend is a prairie dog named Polly. They've been best friends for a very long time. And he likes to be the center of attention, even though he's quite small and no one ever sees him, which makes him quite angry most of the time. Yeah, he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. That's Stan.
That's
That's Stan.
beautiful. So as Stan pushes himself in between, Melvin's like, do you want to go out? But there's a crowd outside, but it's somewhere.
Excuse me.
Hey, just.
Hello? Down here.
Oh.
Why are you screeching like that?
Sorry.
Thank you.
Why is everybody getting involved? Who even are you, man?
What was your name again?
Melvin.
Marvin?
Melvin? We've talked for an hour.
Will you just give us a sec, please, Melvin?
Do you
That's
get
why.
into that much trouble that you need protecting?
Yes. I decided so.
Well, when you travel around, and when you perform in such a popular venue as I often do, you do tend to get some crazy fans around.
And Soren across the bar is like,
Not in here, you don't.
Shut up, Soren. God,
Carry on.
He'll never understand me.
Classy.
What's your problem, Meryl?
Never mind. Thank you, Stan, for helping me.
And Melvin here. Hey, I think he did need it because we were gonna throw
Melvin,
down.
I swear to God, if you ever want to see your wife ever again,
She's right here.
Melvin,
Close your eyes.
like, Melvin, come on, sweetie, darling. All right, look, I didn't want it to come to this, but look, he's right. You don't appreciate me. Maybe just wash a dish. That's all I'm asking. Wash a dish.
to do is wash a dish,
Ask me about my day.
Wash
Well,
a damn dish.
To be honest, she probably wants a lot more than that, Melvin, but that would be a very good start.
I do like where his head's at, Melvin. I mean,
You know,
hey.
house chores is 50% of the reason for divorce.
Oh.
That's what I heard at the bar.
Same.
She's like, she gently takes Melvin's hand. She's like, Melvin, this bird guy, he's too tall for you. And this one, he's got the craziest look in his eye.
Something's
so
wrong with
maybe
him.
we just walk away.
For sure.
Just wash a dish and we'll walk away.
It's great to meet you both.
See you later, everybody.
Thanks for the
Nice to
dinner.
see ya.
Yeah, it's just.
See ya. Have a great night.
You really, she saved you. It could have been bad.
Yeah, God, I was shaking in my feathers. Have a great night.
And as they start to walk away, you notice that there's like like a hush had come over the bar as they were watching this unfold, and they were like, what's gonna happen? And like one or two of them start to kind of applause, and as they start to applause, a man kind of jumps up to your left, as standing there and waving to the crowd as though he were there the whole time, and begins accepting thanks to the slight confusion of the bargoers. And Matt, can you please describe your
Stan's
character?
not gonna like you, but go ahead.
So my character is a wood elf ranger, former nobility. That's a whole thing. We'll get to that later. As far as looks, a 5'10", 140-pound, blonde-haired, green-eyed, light-skinned wood elf.
Alfonso.
So, yep, Alfonzo Windbreaker. Yep, because why not have the coolest name in any party?
The breaking wind name.
Yeah.
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 I love that.
Very cool.
Very noble.
Very noble.
Yeah.
You blew us away.
So, overall, basically can be arrogant, can shut it off. So, like, being part of the nobility is something like comes the attitude, can be very thoughtful, reflective, but then can sometimes lose control and just be like taken by the moment. Sometimes that can happen, as we are just witnessing. So sometimes just need to get the thrill of being in front. So being the savior. The preferred way is,
Of course.
yeah, the preferred way is, actually doing it. But if you can just take credit, why not?
Absolutely. That's what I've always said.
Yeah. So that's Alfonso.
Beautiful. So as you start waving and like all of you kind of look at him, and Misphi, you're still at the bar and like you're looking
I'm
over at this.
comforting Soren. He's having a hard day.
He is, and he just looks at these three people at the other side, and he sighs and he kind of meanders past, and he kind of ushers you with him because he's like you're like his emotional support pet now. And,
I feel
and
like
he-
Soren gives me like teacher in May energy.
Yes, very much. He's just defeated, and he's like, if somebody put me in a fetal position, I would rock and cry. So he kind of gently goes over there, and like some people raise their bar glass, like, can you get me a refill? And he's just like nods somberly. And as he goes over to you guys, he looks at all four of you now and says, please leave. Please just go.
Well, Soren, my man, how about I buy us all a drink?
Yeah.
We can just have a seat at the bar, get to know each other. This sounds like a fun time. What do you think?
Listen, sir. I don't know about you yet.
You don't have to know about me. I said I buy you all a drink.
Stan.
I think he's a danger.
Stan, I will admit he
Red
was trying to
flags.
take credit for, our amazing accomplishment. My amazing
Seize
accomplishment.
the opportunity.
But, I mean, I was just about to say, maybe we could get one drink before we leave, and
I don't have any more water.
Oh, I'm not buying water.
this bird needs a real drink.
It's been a long afternoon, evening. I don't know what time it is. It doesn't matter. But why don't we just, I don't know, what do you have for mead?
Me.
One drink. I will give you all one.
Well, and he'll
I'm
pay for it.
charging
I got you.
double. I'm charging double for the.
He's
That sounds
paying.
completely
It doesn't
fair.
matter.
Don't
It's
you
fine.
think? I agree.
We have
And
our
I'll leave a generous tip.
Oh,
house ale is. I'll tell you all about it.
Sounds
heard great things
It's a
about
stretch.
that one.
I'll tell you all about it. But this is what we got. We're very witty here in Bridgmond, in this
classy.
fancy bar.
What a classy establishment. I mean,
Don't
that's really what
ask
I've been saying this
for
whole time,
on
isn't
the
it,
rocks
Stan?
because
Yeah.
they're limited to other
I just
customers.
want the mead.
Fine. He pours you all a cup of mead, and it's just so heavy on like foam. Like there's just like not very much. It's just like the dregs of the barrel he just gave to all of you, and it's not nice. It's just there. It's
Can
like
I have your phone?
Well, Alfonso, thanks for the crappy beer.
Hey, it's the best we could do.
It's okay.
So Meryl raises his glass and he says, everyone, I would just like to propose a toast to a happy marriage for whoever those people were, and to this nice gentleman who took credit for what we did and then bought us a drink. Hip hip, cheers to you.
Meh.
And then he opens his giant beak and just throws the whole thing back and goes, "Bah!"
Did you eat the cup too? Is that like
What
when you
kind of a cup is it?
wood? I would assume.
Oh yeah, he crunches. He just crunches the mug.
All right. So you finish your singular drink. However you guys decide to partake in it, cup and all, whatever. And you are very somberly ushered out. And even though Misphi is like kind of in Soren's good graces, he is like really just distraught now. And he's like, just all of you go. You only wanted water. And he's just like really hung up on that. And the bird is on your shoulder still. And he's like, all the birds need to go. Everybody goes.
That might be racist.
I'm so sorry, Soren.
He's got his moments. Yeah.
I don't think he liked.
He's got his moments.
Meryl.
She says about him being racist.
Meryl walks out really slowly and gives him a side eye.
And he just like looks down at the ground like he knows he's in the wrong, but he's just so tired. And as the four of you leave the bar, it's beautiful outside. It's summertime. It's like in the afternoon, and the crowd is in full swing at this festival. And immediately right outside the Bargee Inn is the town center. So this is like you're in the thick of it with where everybody is at. And in the center of the festivities, you see a crowd gathered around what looks to be like 4 covered statues. There's like burlap, or I don't know, did they have burlap? Whatever. Yeah, burlap. There's burlap hanging over these statues. And there's this really tall man, there's a man with a tall hat and a cane along with like a long fancy coat that looks entirely too warm for this beautiful summer day. And he's just amping up the crowd. He's like,
are you here for what we have all been waiting for?
and
Is it
everybody's
that long
like,
fancy coat?
Yes, the long fancy coat.
Not as
And
nice
the
as mine,
tall
but it's
hat.
nice. It's a good coat, sir.
We are here for the Festival of 4. Let's hear it for the 4.
Everybody's like, yeah, the 4. We love the 4. And they're shouting out their favorite 4 people, like which of their favorite was there. And so he steps up and he gives this air of authority. Like you kind of get the feel like he's somebody in charge. He's not just some like random like showboat. And he takes his hand and he calls out for the statue as he's revealing it. And he's like,
Farman Featherblade.
and he pulls down the statue cover to show this like really buff looking Aarakocra, another bird guy, but he's like really buff with a large hammer strapped to his back, and he's like really proud looking.
It's Thor. Oh, then we probably can't say that.
Well, it is essentially
Now you're going to prison.
it is essentially the Marvel version of an Aarakocra. It's like, yeah.
You really leveled up. That guy's who you want to be, huh?
Where'd
yeah.
they get that statue of me?
Don't give yourself too much credit.
And then he moves on as the crowd's getting even more excited. And this one's a smaller one. And as he pulls this down, it's a gnome with a serene look holding a staff above her head. And he's like,
Lily Sharptooth.
and the crowd's even going more. And there's like a group of like religious people who are on the side and we're just like, oh, like really excited that they have like one of theirs up there. And he goes to the 3rd statue, and this one's like taller than the gnome, obviously. And he's really doing a lot of arm motions, really getting the crowd amped up. And he grabs the sheet and he pulls it down to find a high elf carved into a crouching position with 2 blades in his hands, like clearly a rogue. And he's like,
Aerith Morn, the High Elf.
and everybody's like, yeah. And finally he goes to the 4th one, and with like a lot less showmanship, he just pulls it down to find like a human with a dopey smile holding a book in one hand and another hand just like in his pocket, and he's like,
And Bart Smith.
and the crowd cheers at the 4 heroes, the 4 statues that this festival is all about, the 4 who have since disappeared. And as you guys are all looking around, roll a perception check.
Got a 5.
This is why you need a security guard like Stan.
Yeah, I think Meryl's just a little bit too busy admiring the really handsome Aarakocra statue and like wondering like if he could like maybe like lift a couple more things and like look like that and where he could get a hammer.
He's like staging himself to be
Yeah.
like, yeah, you remember me, guys, right?
He's like,
What about Stan? What'd you get for perception?
very distracted.
Stan got an 18.
Ooh.
Did you roll an
Thank
18
God
or
I
is it
paid you
total?
for that.
Total 19. I rolled an 18.
Okay. And Misphi and Alfonso, what'd you guys get?
Rolled a 17 plus 4, so 21.
Wow.
Thank God somebody's paying
this
attention.
guy's always just a little bit better than me.
The bombastic attitude is a cover. Very reflective, very observant is the actual like deep. He get like code switch.
Aw, that's nice.
Misphi
think
got
I
a
like it.
13 plus 5 wisdom,
Wow.
so 18.
Ooh, okay. As far as Meryl is concerned, everything is fine except for the fact that his muscles are way too small for this statue. And the rest of you guys rolled above a 15, right? Yeah. So the rest of you guys, as you're walking kind of together in this group, like you didn't really intend to, but you're noticing that someone is following you, and it could be possibly individually or possibly you guys as a group, but you are being followed. Actually, Alfonso, because you rolled so high, you actually notice who specifically is following you. There are 2 hooded figures following your group, and they seem to be flanking you as they walk.
I have no idea what's going on.
So what do you do?
Hey guys. So
Have you seen that statue of that very handsome
we've seen the
bird?
statue. Yeah, beautiful.
No, but did you look at his bicep?
Yeah, he's got a
Girl.
like
What?
he's cute. You'll aspire. You'll get there. I believe in you. Now, so
God.
I don't alarm anybody, but if you look a little bit behind you and a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, there's two people behind us. Do you notice?
I
Yes.
noticed them, yes.
Let me guess. You had no idea they were there, Meryl.
Maybe I drank that drink a little too fast.
I bet it's the wood chips.
Mm.
So
It hurt going down.
a little chunky.
Burned going down.
So anybody have any idea who? Anybody have any famous enemies? Any ex-lovers?
Nobody I know of.
Not pointing fingers. Meryl.
Could be anybody. I mean, really. Okay. The list is pretty endless if you list enemies and ex-lovers. Many of them are the same. Many of them are not. But why don't I just like take a look-see? And then he jumps straight into the air, and then he flaps away with his big, beautiful wings that are coming out of his back.
attention. What are you doing?
You were the least stealthy person.
There's so many people here. No one's going to notice.
I don't.
You're in the air, Meryl.
Alfonso, I'm going to have you roll a stealth check with disadvantage because Meryl, because you're still trying to figure out who these people are, but Meryl obviously is drawing a lot of attention.
I thought I was
19. So I gotta roll twice.
Yes, you're going to roll twice and take the lower of the two.
Do I need to roll for stealth too?
4 plus 6 is 10.
Are you actively trying to be stealthy? Because you would have
I
to.
hope to God not, Meryl.
So wait, what was your final roll? That was
10. 4, but I have plus 6 for stealth.
Okay, so here's what I was thinking.
10.
Here's what I was thinking.
I'm sorry. You're probably just gonna have to see what happens from your actions.
Yeah, so they notice that you clock them and they have disappeared into the crowd.
Okay, this is a problem.
Yep.
Let's.
Well, now I don't see them. Where do you think they went?
Problem solved.
You didn't see them in the first place. We're right back to where we started.
I'm wondering how you saw them because I mean, no offense, but
This is not the time, Meryl. Maybe we should focus on the hooded individuals who might be here to kill us.
kill us for what?
Well, we don't know yet. That's part of the problemo.
So
Okay.
as you guys are kind of still looking around for these hooded figures, from the center of the crowd that has been kind of gathered looking at these statues, there's some sort of disturbance. And people start really shuffling around, pushing you guys back. There's a lot happening as people start, maybe there's a scuffle, you don't know. And as you guys are pushed back, you're kind of pushed off the street, like towards an alley. And as you're kind of pushed out of sight, the four of you, you're kind of like shuffled around. As you're pushed out of sight, a bag is thrown over each of your heads and a heavy weight comes down, knocking the four of you out cold.
Not again.
This is definitely just like the last time.
This is new for me.
We know, Alfonso.
We all say into our bags.
Yeah.
This is kind of nice,
guys.
actually. I haven't had a nap in a while.
Misphi loves it.
I love a good
I could
bag.
just
Yeah.
smell the
10.
bag. It's very earthy.
So when you wake up, so the four of you awaken to find yourselves locked in a dimly lit cell
Together.
together, all in one cell.
but like not in a hot way, for sure. Not in a hot way. I don't want to make it clear. I don't think it's in a hot way.
Well, I don't know.
I've been locked in a couple of cells in a hot way, and this is not in a hot way.
Not in a hot way.
So at this point, it's totally up to you how you guys interact with each other, what you guys look for, what you guys want to see.
Can I roll for perception?
Yeah, roll for perception.
Nat 1 plus 4. So
You're
5.
pretty sure this is a cell. You're like
must have really bumped my
90%
head.
sure this isn't a dream, but you couldn't really tell. You're not sure.
I'm still pretty dazed.
You can see each other.
Thank God that bag's off my head. It really hurt.
I'm sorry your head hurts, Meryl, but you are sort of the reason we're in this position, so I feel less bad.
Can I roll a perception check?
Roll a perception check,
Good
yeah.
idea.
I rolled mine and I saw nothing.
I hit my thing. Can I do it again?
What is it?
It was a 5, but my stuff was in the way.
With a 5, here's what you see. Well, hang on. With perception, what do you add to perception?
It's a 7.
Okay, so with a 7, you notice that yes, you are in a cell, but there is a room, like the cell is not the edge of the room. So you can see that there is in fact like a room beyond this. The cell, like there is a door, so it's you guys are the only people in this room within this cell. You also notice that you don't have any weapons on you. Like your weapons are in the room, kind of across the room, but they are not within reach.
Am I still wearing my coat?
You are still wearing your coat.
I need my bow, guys. Half my personality is my bow.
I feel like that's a little sad.
We should probably talk about that later, yeah.
We can unpack after we get out of this. we need to. This is the.
Can someone else see if they can perceive whether we're underground? Because
Did
You
say-
aren't. There are no windows to this room, so you aren't sure that if you were underground or not. And with a 7, you definitely can't tell.
Did you
Well,
already
it smells
describe what
earthy.
the cell door looks like? Did you already describe that?
No, but I
Or
can. So the cell door is it's like what you would see in a jail or like in a prison. So it's very heavy, made of iron. Really like it's got a really big fat lock, but it seems like it would be really difficult. Like it's professional grade cell door life.
Do we have our packs with us? We don't have our weapons, but do we have our packs?
They took everything that would be like external.
So like we're wearing our clothing. and that's
Yes,
about
you
it.
are not naked.
Thank
Right,
God for
'cause-
that.
Right,
Not in a
'cause-
hot way.
Not in a hot way.
Not in a hot way, famously.
Merle's sweating a little bit and walks up to the edge of the bars and is just kind of like looking around, like trying to see if there's anyone around to try and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, Cersei is also in a cage, but across the room on the same
I'm
table
so
as the
sorry,
weapons.
Cersei. Oh, that's ugly. People who cage birds.
Misphi, does your bird have any special talents you'd like to share with the class?
She knows 7 different languages.
That's very cool. However, absolutely
brilliant.
not helpful right now.
Speak for yourself, senorita. No, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. You just said
Where
it.
did that come from?
7
bird?
different languages. Yeah, I
Cersei?
guess.
Cersei the Raven?
I mean, ravens can talk.
And apparently they're sassy. I don't know.
I think canonically I can probably understand Cersei too, because I'm a bird and
That's
I
fair.
speak bird.
I feel like I feel like
I speak
canonically.
bird
I like this
language.
now.
Yeah, I would say, what is the knowledge level, like intellectual wise, of a raven?
Pretty like
they, like,
disturbing, like a toddler. I
like
think they
Birds
say.
go? Probably pretty high.
Like, I think they can read. Just kidding.
Calculus?
I don't think everyone needs to laugh. Birds absolutely can read.
Toddler birds?
We can't do
Toddler
calculus.
birds.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
My toddler is very smart, but can she read? No. No, she can't.
Ah.
Can I I have druidcraft. Can I conjure up like a little stick or something to lockpick or something?
Ooh.
You can light
So-
or snuff out a candle.
Because it's a harmless sensory effect, I would say that it doesn't immediately affect, you can't use it to do a task. It would be,
Like a passive thing?
yeah, it'd be more of a passive thing because
Like
it's
if
a
it was-
sensory effect
It's
as
like an
opposed to
aesthetic.
a physical effect.
Yes.
I could try to pick the lock with my long toes.
I don't want you to talk about your long toes.
Well, would you like me to pick the lock or not?
I want you to pick the lock with your long toes.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
I have a
Not
lot
in a hot way.
I have a lot of talents, and I would never pick a lock with my long toes in a hot way.
But don't break them.
Roll sleight of talent, I guess. Sleight of hand.
Wow.
What was
I
it?
think I'm drunk. Like, not right now. Like, I think Meryl is drunk.
Meryl was drunk.
I got a 2.
Meryl is
Well,
definitely drunk from the foam.
Well, there was a lot of alcohol stained in that wood cup, so I'd say it's a DC. We'll say like a DC 15 to pick that lock with your talent.
I'll keep trying. Okay. You guys just brainstorm amongst yourselves. I'll be over here if you hear me humming a tune. If you have any requests, let me know.
I'm gonna start feeling the walls, just kind of like trying to find like an opening or something.
Can Stan roll a perception check to see if there's like the possibility of any like voices nearby? Like, can people hear us?
Yes, go ahead.
Great.
Oh,
Hope I roll
good.
better than you, Meryl. I did. Not that much better. But I got 10.
Okay, so with a 10, you hear something beyond the door. It could be a voice, it could be multiple voices. You can't really tell for surezies, but you can hear like that. You're not like exclusively alone.
Misphi's just gonna yell out there and be like, "Hello? Why are we in here?"
Sorry.
And there is a little bit more noise on the other side of the door. And 2 figures, like you see the door jostle, and 2 figures enter the room. So the first figure that you see coming in is the same guy who was unveiling all the statues outside in the town square.
Is he still wearing his tall hat?
He is. He goes nowhere without his tall hat.
And his fancy coat that's not quite as nice as mine.
It's a very fancy coat, and he's wearing it. Like the coat's not wearing him; he is wearing that coat.
Your coat wears you.
And
Excuse me. You want to get paid or not?
and behind him is like this other like guy who's just like there, and he's just like in a
Bart Smith.
Do they, do, they,
Smith Jr.
do they look threatening?
roll an insight check.
4 plus 2 is 6.
I got a 19.
They look like people. Oh,
Okay.
you had a 19. The one in the back does not look threatening at all. In fact, like when you're looking at him, he looks like he's just there, like the way that like a kid wandering through a video game store is just kind of there, but like can't afford money. So he's just like there. But the one in the front, he like has this air that like he won't use physical violence, but you're very wary of him. Like you get that vibe that you're like,
So we could take him.
maybe. So he comes in and he's got that swagger of a guy who like owns the world, you know? His shoulders are thrown back, but they're like going side to side as he walks in. And as he sees you, he like acts surprised the way that a dad acts surprised when he gets the bill at a restaurant. You know, he's like, what? And he sees you. And
This guy's gonna be a
This is a
real
nightmare. I'm living a nightmare.
he's like, well, welcome. It's so good to see you alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. My. Oh, gosh. I am a fan. I must say, I am a fan. I'm getting ahead of myself. Forgive me. My name is Mayor Merriweather.
Of course it is.
It's just, I've waited for this day for so long. But forgive me. You've been in hiding for, God, years. And I'm so glad you finally decided to show. I put this whole festival together for you.
Then why did you kidnap us and throw us in the cells?
Well, kidnapping. I mean, if we're playing semantics, sure, you could say kidnapping. You could also say forced invitation.
No, because that sounds like it's in a hot way. Kidnapping is not hot.
I mean, it could be.
We need shirts. that
Merle
says
pushes,
men, not
Merle
hoes.
pushes through and sticks out his human hand to shake firmly. Mayor Merriweather, oh my goodness, so good to see you. And I'm sure there's just been a misunderstanding. We were supposed to be in the upper scale accommodations, I'm sure, given what you're telling us.
Oh, wow, quite a grip you got there. Please forgive the situation. It was really
Anything is forgivable as long as you. So exactly what is there to forgive? You know, where are we? What's going on?
Hey, Meryl, I got this. Hi, Mayor. Is it? Right.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm gathering here is you think that we look like those statues outside that we were all looking at so intently? I certainly can't be Bart. So I don't know what you're thinking.
Well, we know
I'm better than Bart.
You're not
right, Meryl?
Bart.
No.
What? You're the gnome. Kind of. And behind him, you see like the younger guy who's like, Uncle Mayor. Uncle Mayor. TJ, shut it. I'm doing business.
Hi,
Uncle Mayor and
TJ.
TJ.
Hi, TJ. Good to see you, kid.
Nice to meet you, sir. Ma'ams, sirs. No, enough, TJ. Sorry, there's nothing I love more than playing multiple people
Yes,
just talking
love
to
it. You're doing a
myself.
great
It's so
job.
great. Yeah.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
I do
Thanks.
that
You're
all the
amazing,
time in my
Empress.
free time.
Amazing.
That's all I do, really.
Mayor Merriweather is like, gosh, I had to put you in these ramshackle at best accommodations, I'll admit. This is not, this is normally where I keep subjects.
Prisoners.
Sure,
And you look down, and Meryl is still shaking your hand.
Yes,
Very
wow,
firmly.
Such a grip. Gosh, it's those biceps I saw. I mean, although they look a little smaller maybe in real
Nope,
life.
they're not. Just the coat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I saw, artistic integrity and, with the sculptor, but sure. Anyway, the fact is that you're really needed. And it's so wonderful to be needed, especially by someone as prestigious as me, the mayor. Mayor Merriweather. And finally, TJ kind of pokes him in the shoulder. He's like, oh my God, TJ, what? And he says, Uncle Mayor, I don't think they're the four. That one's not even a gnome. And that one's a half-elf, not a human. And the mayor's just like, what? And he starts to clock all the subtle differences, the lack of musculature on the
Damn it.
on the Birdman.
Birdman.
The green hair on Misphi, and the fact that she is a woman. Wow. As you can imagine, this is quite embarrassing for you.
I let go of his hand.
Embarrassing is not the word I'd use there, good sir.
Understandable. Nobody wants to be called out for trying to impersonate the four. You must feel quite ashamed.
Again, I don't think you have the right word for that.
Well, semantics. While I have you here,
Well, we can't go anywhere else, Mayor.
so true. See, here's the thing. Right now, you're currently standing in my basement. My cellar. This is where all of my help stores foods and prisoners and the like, as one does when you're the mayor. So, really, what I'm saying here is you have a couple of options, I suppose. Although I am having to make it up somewhat on the fly because you were supposed to be heroes. That's rather disappointing.
What makes you believe that we can't be heroes? I could be a hero.
Oh,
You don't even know our names yet.
well,
Alfonzo over here has one of the most heroic names I've ever heard. Go ahead.
Alfonzo Windbreaker.
See what I mean?
I'm
I do have to say
shivering in my
that's-
boots.
That's hero material.
That it is quite a
Just wait till I
heroic
show you
name.
my bow.
Your
Not in a
what?
hot way.
My longbow.
Your Oh, yes. Okay.
Wow.
Your bow. All right. Well, I suppose if you would like to be heroic, there is opportunity. What is a mistake but opportunity for growth, right? Here's the deal. I'll let you talk about it. I will put out this proposition, and my nephew TJ here will just wait with you while you talk it over to make sure there's no shenanigans. This is a governmentally enforced door, so please don't try to escape. Here's what is necessary to know. My daughter is missing, and it's quite unfortunate. She is, she's 19. She's never been away from home. Quite frankly, she was raised as a delicate flower. She's not accustomed to the real world, You know what I'm saying about young women, how they, Her name is Leader Merriweather. So we're trying to find her, as it were. I have a couple of ideas where it may have gone, and it may have been my fault, but also might not have been. But in either sense, I am really looking for people to go fetch her discreetly.
Good. Merle's really good at being
I was gonna
discreet.
say, I don't know if that's at our
Meryl
wheelhouse.
is completely changed and is now sitting on the floor, gently rocking back and forth because Meryl realized he was underground.
Yes. Well, I'll leave you to discuss. Just know that you'll be when you have to come to the decision. My nephew TJ will come find me. I just hope you know that should you choose not to partake in such a quest, I am the only one with the key out.
right now.
Carry on. And then he spins dramatically, his tailcoat whips behind him, and he saunters out the door, and it closes with a thwap.
I bet he keeps that key under his hat.
Actually, this is TJ. I'm pretty sure he keeps it in like his jacket sometimes, or like, I don't know. You know, he
So-
just kind of.
TJ, I like you. We should keep you around.
Thank you. Thanks.
How much would it take for us to bribe you to grab that key for us?
Oh, all right. So, guys, I'm not even sure I'm supposed to talk to you guys about this, actually. I really need this job, guys. My mom told me so. She was all like, TJ, you're 23, time to get off the couch. And I was like, Mom. So she got me this job, and I mean, she was really disappointed when I, like, you know, crashed the mule and, you know, let all the chickens out. She's just suffered a lot of heartbreak at my expense because I'm, you know, not the TJ everybody wanted me to be. So look, all that is to say, just come up with a solution and, like, I'll just be here being TJ.
All right.
Well, TJ, I like you a little bit less now, but that's okay.
It's a little bit hurtful, but okay.
You can
It's
still hang
okay.
around.
You're trying your best.
Thank you. What's your name?
Misphi.
You made a young man happy today, Misphi.
But not in a hot
That's
way.
all
I was
I
thinking it too.
all I can
Not
hope
in a
for.
hot way.
Could be? No? Okay. Sorry.
All right. So,
Meryl pops up and goes immediately over to TJ and is like, "Hi, young man. Yes, I understand that this job is very important to you, but it is even more important that I am not underground anymore. So what will it take for us to be able to leave as quickly as possible? The four of us preferably, but if it was just me, that would be okay too, but preferably the four of us. What would that take?
this is why we have trust issues.
I mean, he just.
Preferably the four of us.
Okay, thank you.
You and your long bow can come as well, but I need to leave right now immediately."
I mean, he says he really just wants Leader back. So, like, and I mean, he makes it out like, you know, my cousin's some wilting, delicate flower and all that. She's really not. She's pretty dope. But like, if you wanted to like go find her, that probably would. He'd probably like let you go do that. That seems like a thing
Should
that
we
people
just
do.
Go get the mayor's daughter.
And do you know where
Guys.
she is,
We don't.
TJ?
Hey, TJ, could you turn your ears off for a second? I've got something that the big kids have to talk about.
Oh, yeah, no, that's probably fair. So he just like cups his hands over his ears. Like,
That's exactly what I expected him to do. Listen, we tell the guy we're finding the girl, we leave, he lets us out. We don't ever have to come back. I don't understand why we can't just tell him we're gonna go, right?
But on the other hand, if we do it, we could then, like, I don't know, be heroes. And that sounds
Alfonso,
kind of cool.
I really hope that I didn't give you too big of a head earlier when I talked about the hero name. I was just really trying
I'm
to get
just
us out of
saying,
that.
I think that sounds like a really cool way to, like, you know, make a good impression on the town, you know? It could do well for us.
Now, that's a great point. I mean, I was going to suggest that we save the girl anyway because it seems like the right thing to do. But,
You know, I'm supposed to say that, but I'm changing gears. Let's, I like it. It could be the right thing to do. But also, there could be something in it for us.
Well, you know, I'm part of this circus that just rolled into town, and we could really use some more customers. It'd be great for advertising if they knew that I joined up and helped rescue the fair maiden. I mean, really, it could be pretty incredible.
I'm only
and Stan,
in if
to be
that means I get a raise. Deal.
you're lucky you're getting paid at all.
I can help pay Stan. I have enough money. It's fine. Let's just do this
I'm
thing.
fine taking
You've
his money.
further
Missy?
found a handsome benefactor, Stan.
I'm all up for saving this.
Wow, well, that was easier than I expected.
TJ.
I guess we're gonna go save the princess.
Sorry. You said you were going, so Cersei
Yes.
was all in.
I thought TJ balked.
No.
Got it.
He's just,
I was like,
doing his
whoa.
thing.
yeah. Drums all
Cersei, watch your language. There's a child present.
TJ,
TJ.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. What's up?
we've agreed that we're going to save the princess or whatever she is.
Oh, her name's Leader.
Lederhosen.
Right, correct.
We'd
Yeah.
like to save her.
That's like really cool of you guys because she's pretty dope. She doesn't even buy into the whole born to lead thing, like, you know, the whole mayor and
She
all
probably
that.
ran away.
I mean, I don't know.
I like where you're going with this.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe she doesn't want to be found.
I
TJ,
really-
does she want to be found?
I don't really know the situation, man. I
think
just
you
I
do.
think you'd know more than.
Can I roll for intimidation?
Yeah, can we just roll for perception?
if you roll for intimidation, you have to do it at a disadvantage because you are in a cell.
Oh.
Yeah, but you could
My God,
still
you're
be
scary.
intimidating.
Persuasion. Can I try to
Persuasion.
persuade?
Yeah.
Wait, let me look at my stats.
I can persuade if nobody else can.
I have a +2 persuasion. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
here's
try
what
to
I'll say.
persuade.
If you're all trying to do it, I'm gonna have one of you guys roll for the group.
got
And
a
if you do
nat
poorly,
20.
one of you can help the other. So, Misphi, what'd you roll?
20.
Like
Oh.
a nat 20 or? Oh, a nat 20. Okay. So
Not-
TJ.
I think you have to seduce TJ. The only
hot way.
is that Misphi seduces TJ because you rolled a 20.
Definitely.
I'm sorry.
So TJ like
We walk out
drops
of the,
his
out of the
shoulders.
basement and TJ's on a leash.
TJ immediately tries to do the shoulder thing
Another
that his
one of my
uncle
pets.
did when he came into the room, and he's like, "Well, since you asked, little lady. So look, as far as Leader, Lily, I call her Lily because she's my little Lily. She's my little baby cousin. She's only like 19. Anyway, I don't know what relationship she has with Mayor. I don't really know Mayor that well. Like today's my, second day doing this job. And I'm only here because Mayor is my uncle and his brother, my dad, Cheep. He was like, look, you really could do well working for your uncle Mayor. And I was like, all right, fine. So,
Has his name always been Mayor?
oh yeah, man, our whole family was literally born to lead. So there's Mayor, Chief, Leader. My name's TJ, but that's just what my bros call me. No, my real name is Town Justice. So
TJ suits you much, much better.
I really
you
like TJ.
I appreciate it. Lily always said that too. She was the one who gave me the nickname TJ. Said I wasn't quite fit to be Town Justice yet.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but look,
But you seem pretty just, TJ.
Thank you. When I'm doing my games with my bros, I'm always on the straight and narrow mostly. So I'm here for that. I appreciate you seeing me for who I am, ladies.
I want to point out that we are a very persuasive group, and I'm proud of us.
Heck yeah.
I'm
Agreed.
proud of you. And he locks eyes with Misphi and does a little eyebrow waggle that only reaches one eyebrow. And he's not sure how to do it quite yet because he's still practicing, but he's like, hey.
And my eye kind of twitches, but
He thinks it's a wink.
I'm trying
He
to be
immediately
sexy,
is
but
like,
I'm
yeah,
not."
baby. He thinks you're winking at him and he is here for it. So
I didn't know I was gonna find a lover.
whatever you need, baby.
Meryl literally swoops in and grabs his hand and starts shaking it very firmly and says, "This is wonderful, TJ. Can you get your uncle, please?"
Oh yeah, man. Right. Hey, real
Please.
quick. You're not with the green-haired chick, right? She's up for no dibs. No dibs.
No dibs on any chicks around here. Ah!
Oh, chick jokes. I get it. Self-aware.
Go get
Very
your
cool.
uncle, please.
All right, okay. Bye.
Please.
And he leaves and he closes the door, and within probably 10 seconds, it's very possible that Mayor was literally standing on the other side of the door waiting for this to happen. He comes in with Merryweather behind him. So I was saying, Uncle Mayor, I totally talked them into doing this. It was pretty cool. Does that mean I get a raise? like, and Mayor just like pushes him out of the way and is like, so you've decided to help the good old mayor out. Oh, it's so wonderful. A band of adventurers coming together for a common cause. Lovely. So, let's get down to business, shall we? Here's where my role comes into things, and I am quite ashamed to tell you my role in this. The problem is, it's really my fault. I hate to admit it, but I was being blackmailed, you see. Somebody had seen me talking violently with some business owners, and
Talking violently?
yes, maybe my hands waved in the dramatic form that people do when they're talking. Maybe I got a little close to a face or five. But the point is that this person noticed and started the threat that they could start a reputation of my leadership skills. I was born to lead, you see.
So we've heard.
Yes.
Your name is Mayor.
It is.
Twice, actually.
It is a title and a declaration of name.
Yep.
My parents didn't even care if I was male or female. They were quite progressive. But the thing was, in order to squish said unsavory rumors, these letters came and said that I had to bring money and information once a week to this stump about an hour outside of town. There's like near a cave, and of course, I couldn't naturally go myself. I had to have, minions. Well, minions is a strong word. Lackeys, employees.
It's sounding better and better.
Yes, unpaid labor, whatever.
Prisoners.
Interns, yes.
Yeah, you're the mayor, the mayoral interns.
Of course, they file, they deliver messages outside of town. And the thing is this festival was coming up. Money was not tight, but preserved for more delicate causes, like making very expensive statues of people who have disappeared. These are things we must take into account. I could not afford to keep paying this blackmailer. And there was a letter that said, should this blackmailing stop working, that they would take something very precious to me. And so I put my hat and my cape under lock and key. I was swearing they would not get my most prized
Now,
possessions.
I stand by him there. That's natural. That's what I would do.
Yes, it's a sharp suit, custom made.
It is a very nice
It's
suit.
a very good thing that you didn't think to put Lily in the cell under lock and key.
Right.
Well, if she was in the cell, we wouldn't be.
Because I have a feeling I know where this is going. Tell me exactly, what did they take?
Well, my assumption, because my hat and coat are still here and my leader is gone,
Yep.
I assume they may have actually kidnapped her.
That's a very astute observation there.
How do you
Yes.
feel about kidnapping now?
Well, she was 19. You all look like grown-ish adults. Yeah, I kind of he eyeballs like the halfling, grown-ish, because he's giving a lot of sass right now.
Stan stands up on his tiptoes without shoes, just like up.
Yes, quite. But the thing is, I obviously would have gone myself to go stage a rescue.
Right, because you're so brave.
I'm so very brave. I was born to be
A leader.
mayor.
We know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the struggle is, though, of course, there's a lot of mayoral duties, first of all. Secondly, I'm not entirely sure who took her. I have suspicions, of course. There is a local group of thugs of the dwarven variety outside of town in a little bit of a different direction, but
Excellent.
I assume they might be involved because I sort of limited trade for their jewels and fine smelted goods because they would not pay high enough. I know how much those dwarves make. They could have afforded it, but the point is, it's like they were a rough and tumble crew anyway, so it could have been them, could have been a small rebellion, who really knows? But so I suppose since you have agreed to take on this quest of sorts. I would say maybe start with the dwarves, or maybe go search the area where the bribes were normally taken. There is a cave nearby. Maybe tomfooleries that have been hanging about, lagabouts, may have siphoned into the cave. So you have options. And again, what are options but opportunities?
Maybe have our equipment and let us out of this godforsaken cell so Birdman over there doesn't lose his mind.
Oh, absolutely.
And don't forget about Circe, my raven.
Yeah.
Cersei, I completely agree. If we don't get out of here right immediately, someone's gonna get hurt.
Oh, yes.
I know ravens like eyeballs.
Okay. If
Circe
you return
loves
with my
eyeballs.
daughter, I will give you a fantastical prize. Yet to be determined, but know that our coffers are quite full.
You just said they weren't.
That's what we tell people. But for a band of adventurers such as yourself, please, we would do what we must. We just built statues to the last ones, and that was years ago. So we make exceptions where exceptions are due. So
Statues are great. Letting us outside is even better.
Of
I mean,
course,
the options
of
are really
course.
limitless.
He takes his keys out of his top hat, and he, TJ's like, dang it. And,
TJ. Forgot about that guy.
one more thing. To ensure that all goes well, I hope you don't mind, but my nephew here really needs some on-the-job training, and I'm not really equipped to do it, so he will be accompanying you on your travels, at least for a smidge to get my Lily back.
What skills does he have?
He's there. And he opens the door and lets you out.
Well, that's a great skill.
I'll take that skill. Let's go.
I really am here, guys. I'm here for all
TJ,
of
let
you.
me out.
And the door's open.
I'm already gone. I flew up the stairs and out of the door.
Where'd Meryl go?
After you get up to fresh air, Meryl, I'm assuming you
he's
guys
swooping.
are.
He's swooping in the sky.
Yeah. Are you guys? How far behind him are you guys?
Quite far because my legs are very small, but I'm like, I'd say give me about 2 minutes.
Is TJ walking with us? Because I still want to know, like, how is he going to contribute to our team? Because-
We're having a pep talk, TJ and I.
Yeah.
TJ and Stan are walking up the stairs together. Don't you worry, Alfonso. I got
Because
him.
Alfonso's nervous about, like, the dead weight.
Yeah.
Every time that TJ starts walking like ahead of Stan like grabs him by the pant leg and yanks him back one step.
I sure do. I say, listen,
Yeah.
buddy, we've got things to talk about.
He's TJ is trying to be really respectful, but at the same time, he's also trying to get a little bit closer to Misphi to sniff her.
Okay.
Because in his mind, it's like,
That
this
checks.
is a real woman.
Right.
So he's
that
like,
nat 20 you rolled is going to haunt you for the rest of this campaign.
That's true.
And I love that.
What does Misphi smell like?
Earthy.
It's probably those rocks from earlier.
he just smells her. He's like, smells like a fresh bag.
Smells like rocks. Bag.
I love a good bag hair. Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. Whatever.
Smells like some river walk.
Fresh bag.
River
A new
rock.
fragrance.
All right.
Hated that. Anyway, we're pretty close behind.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
right there.
So as everybody kind of gets up to the outdoor space, we'll say, you're on the actually go ahead and let me see. I'll just tell you what you see, and then if you want to roll perception for anything specific, you can. So as you guys go outside, you'll notice that you are outside a very large, almost mansion, kind of stylized as a farmhouse. Like it's like trying to pretend to be quaint, but it's too fancy for that. And
like
you
it.
do see actual farmlands surrounding you as well. But you also see like servants' quarters in the distance that are a bit maybe run
Servants.
down. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Well, he did talk about the help
Mm-hmm.
on our hands.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And you also know, per your conversation with Mayor Merriweather, that you have options for looking for this girl.
Right. Oh yeah. So do we the cave where the blackmailing was happening, or
Check the stump. That's
we
what
can
I'm
check
thinking.
this? That's right. I want to check this down. Or the.
I
was it the
remember hearing
dwarves?
something about the dwarves because that's a little bit of a tough topic for the likes of me.
That's fair.
We're all in the
Stan's
short
small.
family. I'll say it out loud.
Of short
It's okay.
stature.
Yeah, thank you.
Is it short or is it less to? Oh no, that doesn't really apply
TJ,
to this.
so remember when we were talking on the stairs earlier? that
Adults are talking.
That was rule number 1. Broke it. It's okay. You can try again though.
Okay.
You have to say something about how much you like me.
Your ability to grip pants is very hefty.
Not in a hot way though, right?
Not for me personally.
Good. Very nice.
Is that offensive?
Nope.
Good. Okay.
You did great that time.
All right. Thanks.
Very good.
Really working on this. Yeah.
Anyway, dwarves, stump, or cave? What sounds more appealing?
I like stumps.
Let's go to the stump.
Got it.
It's actually a really nice stump. I've been there. You know, it's pretty cool.
What else do you know?
I mean, I know that like when like the drunk guy starts gambling down at the bar, like take him for all he's worth, you know?
Got it.
Yeah.
So I don't think he knows much more about the stump.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there.
Will
Thank you
take
for
us
the
there?
information.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. I've been there. Yeah. Just, you know, follow me. Follow the TJ's. TJ's
I love
stirs.
TJ.
We'll get there. All right.
You're a good kid.
So can I do like a real quick like call back 5 seconds moment?
Yeah.
So while Meryl was like wheeling around the top of the mansion, acting like he was just really happy to be alive, he was also like casually perceiving a whole lot of things with his sneaky little bird eyes,
Okay.
you know?
So what?
So I rolled a 14
Okay.
for
So
perception.
what? And I'll actually give you advantage on that because you are up in the air.
Wow, I don't know if that's going to help
You
me
ro-
tonight. We'll see.
Oh, you get a chance to roll higher. Nope.
I got a 1.
Okay. So 14. Okay. So is there
I'm
anything
just looking
specific
for like
you're looking
suspicious things or things that would help us find this girl named Lily?
Was
Okay.
that a 14 with your modifier? Or was
Yeah.
that? Okay, great.
for? Okay. So from your viewpoint up in the air, you can see like bedroom windows along the mansion, and like you can gauge by like different curtain hangings and whatnot, like that one's probably the mayor's room. This is probably like just a hallway, and you do spot one that looks like it could belong to a young woman. Unsure if it's the girl, but you do notice like there are like holes on the outside of her window, like there might have been something over the window in the past.
But the rest of us don't know that yet.
No.
Merle lands behind you all and goes, "Rack, what's going on?
Oh god. Oh jeez.
Where are we going?
Meryl.
God, it's a beautiful day."
It Stump,
It is beautiful.
you're beautiful.
Not in a hot way, though, right?
Oh no, for TJ, it's a hot way.
Super hot. Anything DJ says to Misphi, super in a hot way.
Thanks.
Oh, you're so adorable.
Oh, that's
Just a
an
kid.
adjective.
So innocent.
Look what you've been missing, Meryl. What were you doing?
She's mine.
Oh, I was enjoying the air. I was just enjoying the air, TJ. Calm down.
Okay.
Too jumpy. That's what TJ stands for.
Oh, nicknames.
I love DJ.
We're getting there. All right.
He's one of us now, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know if I would go that far. TJ, where's the stump?
Oh, it's like up to the north, so we gotta go across the Fair Ferry, up to like the upper Bridgman, you know, where the fancy people hang, and then like
Those are my kind of
a
people.
bit further, like a hour north or so of there.
An hour for
Let's-
me is a little bit more like 3.5. I'll do the best that I can, but you'll have to wait up, okay?
Oh, you know, Mayor has some horses, I think. Well, yeah, I don't know how many. I mean, it is a farm. I don't know what kind.
I don't get along well with horses.
Oh.
I don't like the way they look at me.
Merle, the rest of us might benefit from the horses. Have you ever thought about
You can all ride horses.
Do we
I'll
need to
meet
get
you
to a buggy
there.
or a wagon?
I'll
to
meet
ride
you
in?
there.
You
and then he
should
just
know.
flies away again.
I've never ridden a horse.
we figured as much, TJ. That's okay. Do you know where to find them?
Well, there's like stables and stuff. Yeah.
That's a good
Yup.
start.
Let's go there.
Do you want me to take you?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay. Cool. So he walks you guys over to stables, and you see 3 horses.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Wait.
Misphi, TJ. You guys could ride
Share a
together.
horse?
You know, Misphi, do you think, like, you should hold on to me or I should hold on to you?
No. No.
TJ has to ride with Alfonso.
I want you guys to both have beautiful horses, and then I want Stan and TJ to be together on equally
mine's a mule.
stumpy ponies.
They are. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll for
Horse quality?
Horse quality.
Horse quality roll.
Horse stumpiness. I guess.
I want the most beautiful horse.
That is a.
I want a black
Here, we'll do.
stallion.
All right, 13 for your horse. There, Alfonso.
All right.
Misphi has a nat 1.
Oh
That is-
boy,
Here's
you
the
got a little dog.
You
And you have to ride with TJ.
and Stan has a 2. So
Well, mine's a little bit bigger of a dog.
yeah, so we're gonna say for the purposes of the numbers, Misphi, yours is a very short horse that poops way more than is healthy.
Well, I'm gonna leave the horse there because I don't want to hurt its back.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
Stan with a 2, your horse is like really tall.
Heck yeah, it is.
Like
It comes with a small ladder.
like shoulder to shoulder with Meryl. But like in a very lanky, girthy way, like lanky in the leg, girthy in the stomach, and so your legs do like the splits in order to sit.
I have to like lay on it. And,
Yeah.
Does someone have to pick you up and put him on?
TJ can hold you.
That honestly,
I guess you get to ride with TJ. You do have the biggest horse so far.
TJ, listen. If we're gonna do this, you're gonna have to hold on to me, and no funny business, okay? Hop on the horse, and this is gonna be very uncomfortable, but I need you to hold me like a baby.
All
Roll
right,
for
you know
swaddling.
what?
Roll for swaddling.
As he picks you up and holds you like a baby, he's like casting side eye over at Misphi, like, see, I could be a good father. Very fertile. Very fertile.
TJ.
So shall we go on?
Yes. Yes, let's go.
So wait, are you like running alongside them or are you walking? Like how fast are your horses going?
A trot.
A trot.
Mine trips quite a bit because of the lankiness, but I would say we're like
And the roundness.
We're keeping up.
Is mine a stallion like I had imagined?
Oh, I don't know if it's like stallion adjacent. It's like
Okay.
it's like majestic, but
Same.
mostly in the hair. Like it does a lot of head swoops, like you would see in like a hair commercial, but for horses.
Is it inconvenient for me as I'm riding?
It does get in your mouth just a smidge, but it tastes like expensive shampoo.
It's the Ken of horses for
See,
sure.
Yeah. It's like
So,
if Barbie and Ken.
The
is
former
like
noble in me is happy with this.
Yes, the formal noble in you is just like I wouldn't have it if I like was still a noble, but as a former noble, like
Okay.
I could jive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes. So as so you guys go on to the fair ferry. Your horses are very accustomed to traveling by the fair ferry, so you guys are able to get across pretty easily. You go up through the town. The festival's kind of thinning out a bit now that the people are kind of realizing that there's not a likelihood of the 4 previous adventurers showing up. So there's still a little bit of milling around. There's still some vendors trying to sell some fruits. But pretty much, things are kind of like separating out. So as you go further north, leaving Upper Bridgmond, how are you guys riding on the road? Like what order?
I'm leading.
For sure.
Okay.
No doubt about it. Alfonso's in the front.
Okay.
That fits.
Meryl, because are you flying or walking?
I'm flying.
Okay. Are you like keeping on pace with them?
Yeah, I'm just
or-
like flying above them,
Okay.
kind of surveying.
Okay.
I'm not there yet because I'm walking.
They're trying. You're intentionally staying behind so that way like TJ can't get a look at you. So you're just like kind of darting in and out, like
Of the woods by the river.
yeah.
You're a marathon runner now.
Amongst the trees.
So how the road looks is there is forest on both sides. They're kind of like densely packed trees, and there's like little spaces of a little bit of openings where people would often take their wagons and their horses to like kind of munch on some grass off the road and give them a bit of a break after a long road trip, a long horse trip, a long trip.
God,
whatever.
I love Oregon Trail.
Gosh, yes. So
Amen.
as you guys pass one of these clearings,
I teach social studies.
Alfonso,
the
because
T
you are
word.
in the lead, I'm gonna have you give me. Actually, here's what we'll say. First of all, I'm gonna have you give me a perception check.
Should I also do a perception check?
You can, yes.
Nat 1, so I have a 5.
Okay, so with a nat 1, you're like, these trees all look like oaks. You know, like no spruce. Are there any
I
spruce?
am
Just
a
oaks.
wood elf.
Yeah. Not with a nat 1, you're not. With a nat 1, you're like an elf that's like,
I got a 4.
okay. And you're like,
We're batting
You're-
100, team. We're doing great.
you're like, you are really convinced these trees are spruces. So a lot of discord here. Nobody's on the same page about trees. And then as you're walking, an arrow shoots just at the feet of your horse. So give me an animal handling check because your horse is definitely going to buck at this
Whose horse?
intrusion. Alfonso's, because he's in the lead.
Oh, I have a +4. Please be good. 11.
11.
Sorry, I can't do math. 10.
Okay, 10.
Social studies teacher,
Yep.
famously.
That's fair.
Famously.
Famously.
So with a 10, okay, you do manage to stay on the horse, but your horse definitely like rears you back. You're kind of like away from everything, and you very well might have gotten injured in the down yonders. Because, you know,
Lovely.
horses like, whew.
Yeah.
And you definitely did eat some of your horse's hair.
So Alfonso ate his horse's hair and fell off.
Yep.
He didn't fall
didn't
off.
fall
He
off, but
managed. He managed to
injured
stay
his-
on.
I'm inconvenienced at the moment.
Yes.
And so from the trees, you hear, cut. And somebody's like, I'm so sorry. Gosh, what's my line? Please. And you see this very finely dressed kind of pseudo bandit with like one of those actors like Shakespearean things around his neck, like the frilly thing. I'm an English teacher. I should know the name of this. But he comes out and he's like, pardon me, good sirs and lady. What are you up to here? And the director's like, try again. He's like, we really need your money, please. And he brandishes a sword. So at this point, roll for initiative.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I love
This is the
acting.
most fun my character's had this whole time. He is ready
Eating
to go.
hair and yeah. All right, so tell me what your initiative is.
19.
Okay, and that's
God.
including your modifier?
No.
All right, so at the top, you'll see a little box that says initiative +0, +1, plus whatever.
23.
1, 2, 3.
Thank God for
God.
you.
Okay.
3.
Misphi got 4 altogether.
Oh boy, that's okay. We gotcha.
Like I said, Alfonso's ready to roll. Like,
Okay.
I only got a 7, but it's better than a 4.
4 is my lucky number, so.
Oh well.
Congratulations.
I
Maybe
got it.
Susie got a 20.
I got a 3.
Okay.
So what you see right now is there is one person holding a bow and arrow who was the one who shot the bow at you. And then he was like a little bit at a distance. And then you see another one, not dressed exactly the same, but the same air of like the bandit costume is just a costume, but they're trying to be bandits. And he is the one who was starting to talk to you and could not remember his lines and is holding the sword. And he is a little bit closer. So you rolled first for initiative, Alfonso. What do you do?
Can I like get situated with my horse, seeing how I was inconvenienced?
Yes, because you still are up on your horse. So if
Yes.
you would like to get off of your horse to make it, that would be your. I want to say that'd be your movement, but I also don't know if that'd be your action. But I feel like it'd just be your movement.
I want to yell like is the arrow, the archer, is he within like yelling distance of me?
Yes.
I'd like to yell at him and be like, "What are you doing with that bow? You almost hit my horse."
I was supposed to hit you. I'm sorry.
Well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
You hear a very heavy sigh from somewhere like in a tree. Just.
I draw my bow and I shoot at him.
Okay, so roll for your attack. Okay.
12 plus 6 is 18.
Damn.
Oh my.
Okay, that
goodness.
definitely hits. All right, so roll for damage.
And I think it's a 1d8 plus 4.
He just shot a man
Yes. 1d8.
with this thumb.
5 plus 4 is 9.
Wow. Okay. That hits him like right in the chest.
Wow.
He's still alive, and he's like, "Oh, I've been doing this scene very wrong." Okay. The archer guy is next. He's going to take his bow. He's gonna kind of like look at his chest and look at the guy in the tree, like, all right. And you hear from the tree the guy be like, "Play it out, lay it out, keep going." Improv is 90% of the job.
God, I love Squid Game. What's happening?
So he like takes the bow and tries to shoot. At this point, real quick, Meryl, where are you during this whole thing? Did you land when this happens, or are you still flying?
No, during that whole conversation, Meryl was like kind of like treading air. with like one eyebrow raised, like about 15 feet above them. Like, what's going on?
Okay. I'm gonna say that the archer sees the guy flying as a bit of a threat. So he is going to try to shoot up at Meryl. Yeah, 17 to hit. What is your AC?
11.
With the shield.
It's 11. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's gonna hit. And then he rolls 1d8
Meryl, I told you to stay on the ground.
plus 1 piercing damage. So 3 points of damage.
He didn't like plummet. He tried to land really gracefully, but he kind of was like, like a little bit like he got hit in the gears, you know?
Right in the gears.
Right in the gears.
Right in the gears.
I feel like it hit him in like the wing joint, you know?
Right in the shoulder.
What do you think
Yeah.
the wing joint is called?
The woint. So he did like not like a crash landing, but not a graceful landing.
Okay.
Like face first in the dirt of the road.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Next up is Bandit, the other bandit, the sword guy. And he is going to, you said you got down from your horse or no?
I did not state. So whatever you think happened, either.
Well, you have to tell me what happened. It is your character.
Oh, okay. From the horse.
You are, all right, so you shot from the horse. Okay.
Because I'm cool.
All right, so
In a hot
he is
way.
going to come up and try to cut with his, or he's going to like hit you with a scimitar.
Oh, fancy.
And he rolled a 20 to hit, not nat.
Oh.
So I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah. 14 armor class.
Okay. And so he does 1d6 plus 1 slashing damage. So he got 6 points on you.
Not good.
Boy,
11 minus 6.
everyone.
I'm at 5.
We need
Okay.
actors kill us. This is going to be really embarrassing.
Yeah, it is. I was thinking
All right.
that after you rolled that 17. I was like, oh, this is not good.
These actors have really been practicing.
The guy up in the tree is
Lots of
not
rehearsal.
getting engaged. But he's like, that was a good one. Roll again. Just, carry on. Just we'll play that one again. Very good. Stan, it is your turn.
Stan definitely is off the horse and off of TJ as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I totally forgot to roll for TJ. I
Oh, God,
forgot
I can't
he
wait
was
to see what he does.
got a nat 20. So we're just gonna put him at the.
You could
'cause we're just gonna say that he forgot that he was part of
There?
this.
Yeah, for sure
So
he
we'll
did.
put.
He forgot he was
TJ.
allowed to do
Sleeping
things.
on top of the horse.
He was
He's
just
just
rocking
dead.
like a baby, thinking about what a good dad he would be.
Yeah.
He's just startled in
He was
fear.
just like trying to stay on the horse as gracefully as possible to wait for Misphi to show up.
Wait, we're middle of combat, and he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Can't wait to be a dad.
So the guy who got shot, the bandit who got shot with the arrow, he's still Kicking?
Yeah, he's like on death's door. He's
For sure skis,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's like just like staring at his chest like this is not a play anymore.
Got it. And then there's still the guy in the tree, but he's not really doing anything.
He's basically the director. He's like encouraging them, but he's not involved directly at this point.
Got it.
And then there's the
detached
guy
from
who just slashed with a scimitar at Alfonzo.
All right. Well, Stan is off the horse. I think Stan approaches the guy who just got to Alfonzo, and he's gonna go towards him with an unarmed strike for sure. But like as like a threat. You know what I mean? Like he's like, what are you gonna do to us? What's the end game here?
So are you actually going to hit the guy or no?
Depends on what he tells me. Is it alone?
Oh, so you're gonna engage in conversation, right?
Yeah.
Prior to being
Yeah.
punchy.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna say roll for intimidation with disadvantage because you're
Fair.
literally bringing a slap
Yeah,
to a sword
fair.
fight.
Fair.
Do you have a weapon?
No, sir.
I do, but I also have a pretty good unarmed strike.
God, he's strong.
I hope so, because I just got my shirt wrecked from this scimitar.
You might have shirt yourself, yeah.
I'm not.
I definitely shirt myself.
All right, so
Alrighty.
roll
For intimidation.
a yep.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 19.
All right, so you got to roll it twice because you're rolling with
For
disadvantage.
means the.
You take lesser of the two.
Ha! Well, then I got a 19.
Wow.
Because this one would have been a 20.
Everyone is
Stan
intimidated.
is a very intimidating little guy.
It sounds like it.
Meryl is staring at him with like the biggest eyes, like,
You hired me for a reason.
evidently, I'm so thankful.
And I'm glad I'm also helping pay this.
So this guy is standing there holding a sword, and as you jump off your very tall, girthy horse,
Correct.
And land probably hard, and you
Fist
stomp
raised.
over and you raise your fist up, and what do you say to him?
I say, I didn't think about what I was I say, listen, we're just trying to find a stump. Can you let us through and give us some care? Can you tell us what's going on? Otherwise, this fist is gonna. It's really gonna hurt you.
Please don't hurt me. I'm just an actor, man. We weren't even supposed to be bandits. This just made us more money. That's why we didn't go to the festival to perform like we promised. But the guy wasn't gonna pay us money. Just please don't hurt me. Please.
What did the guy look like? Did he have a tall hat?
Oh my God, it was so tall.
Yeah, I kind of wondered about the tall hat. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It was like a whole person on top of his head. It was so big.
So you whacked me with that sword and you're just a paid actor?
I'm a very method actor.
Who gave you the real
Obviously.
sword?
We don't do fake swords on our set. We are professionals.
Got
TJ's like, I've seen them. They're actually like real good.
TJ wakes up. She's like,
Sup,
I know
Hans?
him.
It's been a while. Oh,
You
hey,
could have said
TJ.
something before.
Misphi's hanging there. Like, you see her hair? It's so green in the light. Wow.
Of course.
Okay, so I think Stan doesn't. I don't hit him, but we want more information.
I think you should
Can
hit him
tie
anyway.
up? Can I tie him up with a rope?
Well, here's what I'll say. Because you've got him, and then there's a guy still with an arrow in his chest.
Yeah.
And then you also have the director in the tree. Now, the director in the tree during this, because like during combat, there's 6 seconds between confrontations. So basically, whatever you decide, you have to do it like very, very quickly and know that there might be repercussions
Got it.
from the other players or for the other NPCs. Okay.
Got it. I think that Stan like takes him in a little chokehold, but he's kind of off the ground because he's a little bit short. And he just says that he's gonna die until we get either more information or we can move on our way.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And so he doesn't really have the breath to say anything. That said, there is it is now Misphi's turn to Misphi, you've come in to see all the sights. You see Stan hanging dangling by some guy's neck.
But the guy is very intimidated.
And he is also holding a sword while he kind of scrambles at his neck. You see Alfonzo on top of his beautiful stallion, like having eaten hair, and is a little bit bloody from a sword slash from said chokeholded person. You see a guy with an arrow in his chest, and he's just like, all I wanted to do was follow my dreams. And then you hear like a director being like, God, I should have got that understudy. All right. Okay, so what do you do?
I'm gonna walk up there and be like, "What's going on, guys?" 'Cause
Hey,
I'm
so-
assuming I'm just now.
She just enters the scene.
Yeah, so you basically are coming into a combat situation. So this
Right.
would be like your combat turn.
A plethora.
Or you could yell at one of the people.
Well, I feel like we're on a conversation kind of deal, though.
So you have a bit. You can try to use your turn to convince them. I don't even know if this is like how it works, but it's how we're doing it. You could maybe take your turn to try to spend like a very quick amount of time to try to convince them to drop their weapons, by using like persuade or intimidation. However, you would be trying to persuade 3 of them.
Well, I think I'm gonna go off the wall and use my healing word on the one guy with the arrow in him.
Really?
Wow.
Okay. So how much are you going
can
to
leave her
heal him
behind.
for?
Her and TJ take the horse to go.
I just see a guy hurt, so
On the opposing team, that tracks.
Now
No,
your
okay.
teammate
You're
is down
nice.
in the
Matter.
In the dirt, you hear one small.
What? Oh, that's right, because you're hurt too, are you?
Yeah. I'm like a crumpled heap of feathers currently in the road.
what's your HP at now?
6.
Okay, I'm at 5. We're doing great. Yeah, right.
but there's a guy with an arrow in his.
Yeah, he's doing a lot worse.
He is on death's door. I will tell you that.
And
So,
maybe we can persuade them.
so first of all, as you go to heal him, what do you say to heal him?
Shukaka.
He is
I would have
She's
yelled,
magic.
both times very grateful and very confused.
I would have yelled in a hot way.
Can we use that?
Shukaka. I don't see why
Sorry,
not.
that's one of the banned words.
I feel like at this point, like you guys might be a little bit grateful she didn't heal you if you Shukaka. It's like-
True.
Yeah, I'm okay.
equally though, TJ's like,
I'll dust myself off.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, TJ loved it.
Shukaka.
TJ's been healed.
Secondary healing over there.
His soul is healed a little bit inside. All right, so how much do you heal him for?
Yeah.
Sounds like
I
okay.
think
So that's what, 6?
Yep.
Okay. He is looking better, much better. Not completely healed, but much better.
Can we all just calm down? What is going on here? If you want money, I've got money.
The director immediately drops out of the tree. Money? Well, darling, welcome to the theater. Ah! And he, like, as he's walking to you, okay, as he's walking to you, he like pushes the guy with the arrow. He like pulls it out of his chest, and he's like, "Save this. It's a good prop."
I want that back.
Well, how much are you willing to pay for it? We are so funny.
I will send
okay.
another one your way.
Hmm?
I will send another one your way.
Oh, feisty. What do you say, Hans? And up there we see Hans kind of grappling with
My very large arm.
your very large arm. And he's like,
Maybe just give him back the arrow.
ah, fine. Gosh, so dramatic, but this is what we get with thespians. Here is your arrow. And he looks over at the other one. Giuseppe, You must have an arrow made. It's important. We must have these. So fancy. It's like nobility. Anyway, please, welcome. We don't really get the chance to perform anymore. This has been lovely, but the lady did mention money, so please, pay up.
All right, I give him all I got.
How much do you have?
I don't know, honestly.
She didn't even threaten you. She said,
You
"Here,
don't,
take it all."
you don't have to give him all of
TJ's
it.
like, "That's it." Wow.
I don't need money.
Double checking all of his stats. He's like, how much money are you giving him?
I'm trying to remember because I think it was just like we talked about money just being kind of an abstract concept.
You
So
give him
he's-
the abstract concept of money.
Total currency, 70.
Okay.
Oh, you're decently well off.
So
Well, she was.
You're gonna give him all of the. Okay.
thank you,
As
darling.
long as you leave my friends alone.
TJ just says, all right, well, it was really nice like seeing you, Hans. Giuseppe, gosh, wow, you guys are looking great. Hans, you're looking a little blue, but other than that, you guys look great. You know, keep up with the good work. Cleaning up those streets or like, you know, whatever you do. Cool. Guys, the stuff is that way, actually. If you wanted to, you know, whatever. And so the guys just like kind of step out of your way and like, do you release Hans, Stan? Because at this point, your toenails are like tickling the back of his calves.
No, I do release
And a
him.
twisted image.
Yeah, for sure, I do release him.
Okay. Oh, thank you. You're very intimidating.
But I give him a little kick on the way out.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
In a hot way. In a hot way.
You're very strong for a little man. And so then we continue.
Off
to the stone.
Off to the stone.
TJ.
Oh, come on, TJ.
Thanks. I'm just happy to be here.
Us too.
Thanks for tuning in. This is your Empress of Awesome, Brandy, here to remind you that this is a brand new podcast, which means any of the comments, rates, subscribes, blah, 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 that you can do, the better. And tell people about it. Tell your friends. Tell your dentist. It's an untapped resource that we have here. So anything, any more of this, the sharing you can do, the better.
Also, check us out on social media. We will give you our handles below, but we have a TikTok, Twitter, and Insta. You can find us at Mystical Everyday Heroes, all spelled out on TikTok and Instagram, or you can find us on, well, X, formerly Twitter, at DNDMEH.
All right, Misphi, tell me what you think. Got this one here called Got What You Need.
It's definitely got what I need. Except I would prefer more foam.
Oh, all right, more foam, got it. All right, try this one. It's called Wish You Were Beer.
Well, I definitely wish it was River Rocks.
Oh, man, all right. There's, this one I put together called River Rocky Road.
Now this is what I love this one. Yep. Very earthy.
Yeah.
And the rocks give it a nice crunch.
Yeah, you like the crunch?
Oh yeah, I love it. What do you think, Cersei?
Great. Now get your bird out of my bar.